Hey, what's up, world? It's Mr. Mokaciá, Mokaciá Clothing, www.mokacia.com. It's the 504 to Me show. The Marine Mamba, the USMC Beast, third wall to the world. Out here again, giving you that motivation, you heard me? Today is another Mokaciá Motivational Monday. And make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, Mokaciá 504. That is Mokacia 504. Hey, so what I want to talk to you about today. You have to know that it's okay to pivot. You have to know that it is okay to pivot. So in the military, when we're marching and we're doing drill or some type of ceremony or something like that, sometimes there's markers where you have to turn, and sometimes you can miss that mark and throw off the whole movement of everybody else because you missed that mark. So what is my message to you? When it comes down to leadership, when it comes down to business, strategizing or whatever, you have to know when to pivot and cut. So sometimes you can't fall in love with your idea. And sometimes you got to know when you're going down that rabbit hole, when it's time to turn and switch. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not telling you not to stay on a path and journey that's just meant to be on. But you have to understand sometimes there's different avenues to get to that ultimate destination. And sometimes that requires you to pivot, cut, and go in a different direction. Same thing when it goes to leadership, and even I suffer with it. You can't fight every battle, right? You can't fight everybody, but you want to. And sometimes you got to know when to pivot and go in a different direction. Attack the situation with a different approach. And sometimes, when you go too much and you pivot at the wrong time, there's things that can be lost. There are things that can be derailed in your life. And it's okay, because you still got to keep marching. Just because you pivoted at the wrong time doesn't mean you just like, oh, I messed up, let's just stay here. No, you pivot and you work through the mess that you created and get back on track. And you take whatever licks that come along with it. Like us, and during drill, somebody misses their mark and you get gigged certain points. But you never know what happens in the end, because sometimes you may have done bad, but the other competition may have done worse. So, but you would never know that if you just stop and just quit. You gotta pivot and cut, keep moving, keep marching, keep escalating to get to those points. And again, sometimes you gotta know when to pivot in conversations before it goes into a whole misunderstanding. So that's my message for you today. Make sure you go out there and pivot and keep moving. Know when to take that right angle. Know when to cut. Because your destiny is filled with greatness. You just gotta know when to pivot, cut, and march. Hey, peace and blessings, y'all. Remember, positivity over everything. Inspire before you expire. Make sure, again, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Mokacia 504. Also, get on that website, baby. Get you some of that gear in your life. You heard me? Get on that, www.mokacia.com. Get you some motivation in your life. Wear something that means something. Wear something that represents you. Represent something that what you can be. And that's be above average. Positivity over everything. I love you the long way, the extended version. I got the extended warranty on this love, so ain't nothing you can do about it. So I'm going to love on you, but I got to leave you because I'm getting wet. But I'm
Time,
able to
40
figure out,
minutes, 10
stay
seconds,
motivated. How
1.8
about you?
miles beyond your goal. Average
Stay
pace,
motivated.
10:02 per mile.